We spoke pre-match about coming here, having no fear, not worrying about all the defeats in the past, etc. And Carshalton only went and done it. 3-2 winners against Corinthian Casuals today. But my word, it was a tough performance, wasn't it? Johnathan, what impressed you most about Carshalton's play today?
Well, I was impressed with how Pat saved the penalty. I thought that was really good. And how even when they scored, we still came back. We scored the penalty, thanks to Jerry. We still held on, and that's the reason we won.
Keith, what was it like to watch from the sidelines, that one today?
I'm sweating as much as the players. My head was spinning. At one point, blood pressure was going through the roof. And I mean that seriously. I had to sit back and take some water on board and have a little get up and walk about on the orders of the physio. So it stressed me out to that point. But yeah, it is, as you said already, 3 points. To come here and win them, I think, first time since 2017. You know, at this stage of the season, that's the most important thing. But as I've just said, I'm taking it a little bit personally now, as somebody who played my last part of my life as a defender, my football life as a defender, that we conceded 2 goals a game. That's starting to really pee me off, for want of a better way of putting it.
What was said in the dressing room after that one today, Shaney? Because it seemed like a real battle out there today.
It was difficult in the second half. First half we controlled the game. Maybe should have scored a few more. I reckon after the second goal we kind of like took our foot off the gas, which we probably shouldn't have. But yeah, half time Pierre wasn't happy that we conceded. He expressed his feelings towards that. And yeah, so we've come out, tried to go again. The shape change, obviously Pete subbed himself off. We didn't have control of it the way we had in the first half, so it was a battle, but we got the 3 points, which was the main thing. He was happy with that. He just told us to get ready for Monday.
Been joined by my counterpart down here, Mr. Stuart Tree. He's Mr. Pressman for Casuals. Stuart, obviously disappointing result. How was it from the sidelines from your point of view?
Yeah, first half was agony, really. You know, one down in first minute, 2 down in 8 minutes. You're kind of thinking the worst. Dan's made a great save to prevent it going 3-0. You know, and it could have and probably should have been out of sight. And then to get the lifeline just before half-time, getting the penalty, to go in 2-1, you know, I know James had said, you know, they're lucky that they've gone in at 2-1, hugely. And then, again, just switched off at the back, make it 3-1, and you think, oh, you know, we claw our way back into it. But second half was a lot more positive, and we'll take, I think, a lot of heart from that and the way we kind of finished the game.
Very much a game of 2 halves, to be honest. I think you saw both sides of Carshalton today. There was some fantastic football in the first half. Christie down the right, Ricky down the left, Ernie, Jerry. It just looked so dangerous. You felt that it could easily have been 4-5. Give away a bit of a silly penalty just before half time. But in the second half, you sort of saw the gritty side of Carshalton, because they had a go, Corinthians, put us under a bit of pressure. But you know, as he says, Pat saved the penalty. I thought Paris at the back with some good challenges in. And the boys just dug in, and they sort of threw quite a bit at us towards the end, but we held on.
We let them back in it, didn't we, with the goal 10 minutes before the end? Is that kind of what set hearts fluttering a little bit?
Of course. We're bitterly disappointed at not just conceding the goals, but the way we're conceding them. They're coming from our errors more than by what you'd class as really kind of excellent play from the opposition. We're making mistakes, and we're not making the challenges at the right moments higher up the pitch. We're putting our own backline under pressure. We're reliant on our keeper and our defenders to make those last-ditch tackles, which they can't always make, and sometimes, obviously, if they do, they're giving away pens. So we've got to learn to be stronger. I've just said it in there, we've got to be stronger in our 50-50 duels in the middle of the field.
Yeah, I mean, one positive was before today's game, Casuals hadn't hit the back of the net. So to get 2 goals, 1 in each half, you know, that's certainly a positive to take.
Yeah, I mean, it should have been 3, you know. Obviously, Nat's had his penalty saved. But yeah, to score, obviously, first of all, penalty. And then Leon's finished really well, sort of from the edge of the box. Yeah, nice to actually be able to use the goal gifts on Twitter and stuff like that now.
I was going to ask you about the way we set up defensively, because in the first half it looked like we had 3 at the back with Luke and Paris surrounding Daniel Papo. So what was the thinking behind that? Because we played a back 4 for the first 3 games.
We actually wrote it down as a back 4, but we said that if they set up in what we expected, a 4-4-2, that we felt we could get in behind them better and get through them better with a stronger midfield unit. So we knew the three at the back were all capable of playing that. And for us it worked. Obviously it worked from the kick-off, and I think it took them by surprise because they'd assumed we were setting up in our normal 4-3-3. So sometimes it's about just chucking in a little spanner in the works for the opposition based on what they're probably thinking, and of course it worked.
Yeah, I mean, I actually overheard some of them talking pre-game that Robin's TV gives them an advantage because they can see how we've been setting up and playing, but it doesn't always work. See, we started with a back three for the first time this season. So how was that for you boys to sort of implement that?
We haven't worked on it in training at all. To be fair, just before kick-off, we changed it. I thought it worked well. Seeing that we haven't worked on it in training, we've done it in the first half, got 2 goals from it. We changed back to a 4 in the second half. We didn't have as much control, but yeah, I think the players enjoyed it. So yeah, I reckon we could do it again.
It must have been fantastic from where you were sitting over there, but for Ernie and Ricky to get their first goals of the season, get them off the mark, so always a positive.
Yeah, I mean, we know what we're getting now with Ernie, great young prospect, and still capable of more, still learning. Ricky's Ricky. It's good to see him do that, and he was unlucky with the one he brought down, I think, and the next touch just let him down slightly. If that had gone in, that would have been the goal of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah. Did you have a favourite goal of the afternoon, John?
Probably Ricky called Boanas.
What was it you liked about it?
Well, just the skill and like how he got there. Yeah.
But yeah, for me, Ricky got MOM today. I know there was a couple of candidates, but his work ethic defensively today was fantastic. You see him chasing down things, see him in our half making a tackle, you see him chasing down, taking a ball in the stomach. We want that kind of ethos from all the players. He's a talented player, we don't expect him to do that. But for him to do that naturally, I think that sets him above others at those moments. So we're really chuffing him today, and I thought Christy Patterson had one of his better games today as well.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be coming back into a bit of form, Christy, didn't he?
Yeah, it's a slow process. Match fitness is the key thing, and I think that's the toughest forever. Again, with Tommy coming on the pitch today, again you can see he's not been playing in matches. I did say he played like Zorro, didn't just look like him. But Tommy's Tommy again. He'll come back into it. He's been looking okay in training. I think it must cause some kind of disruption there with that mask on. It's uncomfortable, but yeah, it's great to have him back, and hopefully not too far away having Harry back as well.
Just a little bit about yourself, because the Carshalton fans have now seen you play centre mid. You played left back, ended up at right back today, didn't you? Where's the real Kershaney Samuels? What's his position?
Centre mid. So last season at Mersham, I was playing more in the 10 and on the right, but tucked in. But throughout my years, I've played holding midfield or anywhere in the middle. Don't get me wrong, I have done a job full back in my years. I first started playing at Dulwich at right back with Peter. Peter was centre half. Okay. So that's where the relationship initially come from. But yeah, centre mid me. Give me the 4 shirt or the 10.
The number 4 shirt. Now hold on a minute. You're the same Kershaney Samuels that scored against us in the playoff semi-finals last season, aren't you?
Yeah.
So what happened? Why didn't you go to Kingstonian with the other 11 players? What happened there?
I don't know. I've been with Hayden for quite a while. Good manager, but I feel like I needed a little bit of a change. Have another challenge. See how I get on with a younger group of boys, and maybe I can help them going forward in their careers.
Okay, nice. And you're going to save up your first goal for the club when we play Merstham or Kingstonian later in the season, right?
No, I think I'm trying to get one a bit more soon, to be honest.
So Danny collected an award for his 400 appearances that he's made. It's an absolute testament to him. Brilliant. Didn't he nearly drop it?
It wouldn't surprise me. And then he'd blame it on the defender as well. Probably, undoubtedly. So yeah, but no, all credit to him. He's been a fantastic bastion for the club. Funny enough, I remember one of his very first games for the club. It was in the FA Cup against Hawley Town, and he had a shocker, and he'll admit that himself. And I literally thought at the time, who is this keeper? He is terrible. He ain't going to last long. And lo and behold, 401 games later, he's still here.
Stuart Tree got his finger on the football pulse as always.
Thank you, James.
No, mate, thanks
Pleasure.
a lot, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
Good stuff, thank you.